Right now, the entire world is watching the World Cup. The lights, the cheers, the glory. But if we turn back the pages of history, the origins of football are far from as beautiful as they appear today. In medieval England, football wasn't the organized sport we know now. It was often a chaotic and violent activity known as mob football, where entire villages would compete against each other with very few rules, broken bones, serious injuries, and even deaths were not uncommon. The game became so disruptive that King Edward issued a ban on it in 1314, describing the disturbances it caused as a source of great noise and disorder. Some historical accounts and legends also suggest that in certain ancient cultures, victorious warriors may have kicked around the heads of defeated enemies as a symbolic display of triumph. Historians continue to debate the accuracy of such stories, but they remind us that many early human traditions could be far more brutal than the sports we enjoy today. Over time, football evolved. Rules were introduced, stadiums were built, the chaos slowly transformed into a game celebrated across the world. Yet the sport has still witnessed moments of deep tragedy. Events such as the Hillsborough disaster, the Hazel Stadium disaster, and the Conjuran tragedy remind us that behind the excitement of football are real human lives. Hundreds of fans left home hoping to enjoy a match and never returned to their families. The players themselves also carry burdens that are often invisible to us. We see the trophies, the fame, and the celebrations, but rarely the pressure, fear, and sacrifice behind them. Occasionally, a player suddenly collapses on the pitch, and for a few terrifying moments, the entire stadium falls silent. In those moments, we are reminded that beneath the fame and fortune are ordinary human beings pushing themselves to extraordinary limits. This brings us to a fascinating psychological reality. In many parts of the world, especially across Asia, football often feels bigger than a sport. It becomes part of personal identity, community, and culture. During the World Cup, people stay awake through the night, decorate their homes, gather with friends and family, and experience every victory and defeat with intense emotion. But passion can sometimes become unhealthy. Fans occasionally place impossible expectations on players, treating them as heroes when they succeeded and criticizing them harshly when they fall. In doing so, we can forget that these athletes are human beings with families, emotions, and personal struggles. Around the world, many players have spoken openly about dealing with anxiety, depression, and the enormous pressure that comes with performing on the biggest stage. We should also remember those whose stories ended too soon. Andres Escobar, the Colombian defender, tragically lost his life shortly after the 1994 World Cup, following an own goal that became a symbol of how extreme football related emotion can become. Mark Vivian Foe collapsed during a match in 2003 and passed away while representing his country. There are also countless lesser known players whose sacrifices and struggles never made international headlines. The grass on a football pitch may look calm and beautiful, but behind it lies a history filled with human effort, heartbreak, sacrifice, and resilience. Yet, despite all of this, football continues to captivate billions of people. Why? Perhaps because football reflects life itself. It contains disappointment and hope, failure and redemption, heartbreak and joy. Every match tells a story that feels larger than the game. When the World Cup arrives, something remarkable happens. For a brief period, people from different nations, cultures, languages, and backgrounds come together around a shared passion. Strangers celebrate together, rivals show respect to one another. Moments of sportsmanship reminds us that competition and humanity can exist side by side. In a world often divided by borders, politics, and conflict, football creates rare moments of connection. It gives people a common language that requires no translation. For 90 minutes, millions of people experience the same emotions, share the same hopes, and celebrate the same moments of magic. And perhaps that is why, despite its complicated history and occasional tragedies, football remains the beautiful game. Because beyond the trophies, beyond the rivalries, and beyond the noise, it reminds us of something simple that human beings, no matter where they come from, are capable of coming together through a shared love for something greater than themselves. Cherish the game, respect the players, remember the people behind the passion. So, which team are you rooting for in this World Cup? Comment below, and if you like this video, then please subscribe, like, and share. I will see you in the next one. Till then, you take care.